everybody. Now, if y'all remember last video, I finished the lift on the front of the Buick, and I have since taken a pretty good test drive, and it does great. It still rides exactly the same. Nice smooth ride. It handles good. I haven't got in any really challenging curves or anything like that, but so far it rides pretty good. It drives good. I do still want to do an alignment on it, which I haven't done yet, but there's still more work to do before I get to that point. All right, so let's just get into where we're going with this today. Okay, so here we are. We have, you notice that this bumper is black right here, and the reason that's black is because it's been replaced. At one point my wife decided to try and see if you can fit this Buick and a Ford Ranger in the same space, and it doesn't work. They won't take up the same space. You end up with something like that. So yeah, I had to end up buying a new bumper cover for the Buick, and I still have the old one. Now, what we're going to need, if we have got to have an off-road bumper on here with, I got this too, with a winch. Now, what we're going to need is we're going to need to cut up the bumper. Well, see, this is a new, well, it's not new now, but this bumper is still in great shape. I hate to cut it up, but I figure what we'll do, since we kind of already have, getting the shadow here, since we already have an incision right here, and we've got a pretty good line going up through here. What are you doing? Why would you get up there? What good is that doing? Hey. What good is that doing? How is that helping me? That is not helping me. Okay, anyway. Alright, see, if I had this ridge all the way across, see, it's broken off there. If I had that ridge all the way across, I could just cut on this one line all the way across. But I think what I'm going to have to do is pretty much just leave the grill, this center part here, maybe even just cut it. I'll try leaving it there and at about the same spot over here, and I want to see how that's going to look. See, you reuse, this is just a cheap Amazon bumper, and you reuse your actual grill. This was not hurt in the crash, so that was lucky. It busted the headlight. There's a little bit more that it did. That's all I did though, was replace that and replace the headlights. Other than that, it didn't hurt anything inside there, really. It didn't, it's fine. It crushed, I think it crushed the, we'll find out here in a minute. I think it crushed the foam. There may not be actually any foam under here anymore. But it kind of got the hood a little bit here. And it got the fender, and if you notice, you can see it in some of the videos too, there is a dent here. The car is not in bad shape. In fact, I'd say it's in pretty good shape for the shape it's in. Okay, well, wouldn't have been able to see very much anyway. But, okay, we had 2 bolts on this side that go through this hole and this hole. And the same on the other side right here. I guess I must not have put those back in because they wasn't there. And I think there were 3 of those little plastic clips across the top. And that was really all that was holding this grill in. Now, this foam, it has these big clips that's holding it on. Okay, a little bit more prompting and it finally came out. But yeah, there is the styrofoam part. End of it's kind of broke a little there, but other than that, it's not hurt. But all right, Now, to get this grill out, the only thing that holds it in, there are 4 of these kind of little nuts. I guess in this case there's 3 of them because one of them's broke off. Alright, so these take a 10mm. It's got to be a deep, so I had to put a deep on my little ratchet. And this one. There we go. And there's our original grill. And we will just put this right over here for now and save these things. And I'm going to put that bumper up and get to work on that one, I guess. Alright, so nothing is, well, I was going to say nothing's bolted down, but I did more than bolt down the winch, or this piece of metal. I might have got a little carried away with it. Because at first it was supposed to be just a, well, I was going to tack it on there. Well, it's fully welded. Well, it's not fully welded, but it's, both sides are fully welded all the way across. So, yeah, that's on there. And it's, besides the fact that it goes up and down a little because of just, well, I mean, it's just on here, and that bumper will flex just a little. So, this plate will move around some. Okay. So my idea is I'm going to build the bumper pretty much around where the winch is going to be. I have the grill inside of the piece that I cut here, and we'll put it on. It's not actually screwed in yet. I'm trying to mock stuff up and just see how I like it first. But it does kind of clamp in when you put it in there, so it'll hold. Okay. So yeah, I measured back and forth. There's a hole in where I thought the middle of the bumper was. It's not the middle. It's offset this way some. I measured and put this right in the center. It would have been coming out about here somewhere. So I don't know why they did it like that. But, alright. Here is the winch plate, or what's going to hold the winch plate. Here's the actual winch plate. And the winch. So, yeah. What I will have to do is I have to get everything measured and squared up and all that. But, okay. As long as there's room on both sides, and I think I'm going to just pinch this plastic in between. It's not going to hurt anything. I thought about cutting the grill all the way up through here, but I don't know. I'll probably just leave it like that. And winch plate on like that, winch, and that should be pretty good, I think. I'm gonna cut this and make this into my triangle to go down this way, so that it strengthens everything up and stiffens it good, because it definitely needs stiffened. I was going to actually use this to mount the winch, but I think it's a little too thick. Doesn't need to be that big. But that's what we got so far. I'm going to keep playing. Little piece of the bumper cover is very, very well mounted. It is bolted to that plate and actually sandwiched between the winch and that plate, so it's not this ain't gonna fall off. Alright, so now we have, let's see, now this looks like it needs to go on right here. Now we've got to have our hook. Okay, so the winch is done. Controller is just plugged in here, but I got the little plug here, and I just drilled a hole through the remaining plastic and mounted it so that you can just plug it in whichever way it goes. There it is. So yeah, got the winch, and it works. And it is very solid. You move the whole car before you move this winch. The whole car is bouncing up and down. I don't know if you can see that. But, yeah. That works very well. Now, how did I do all this? Now, I just drilled a hole, mounted this in the hole, and ran it into here. Now you may notice I was going to try to drill out a hole and put a couple of bolts in here to hold this on, and I looked down and I saw my welder there, so I just buzzed it. There's a buzz there and a buzz right there. I just kind of buzzed it on there. It's fine. And I got all the wires hooked up and got them zip tied across here so they stay kind of neat. But yeah, I've got the winch part done. Alright, so the next step is going to be to build a bumper on the front of this. And the bumper is going to be probably constructed of all this junk that I've got laying around here. Because I have kind of a bad habit of never throwing anything away, so yeah. Got a bunch of junk laying around here, and I'm going to try to make a bumper out of that. So, I'm going to put up two pictures that I kind of put a bumper like virtually on this car. In the comments below, let me know whether you want the first one, which is this one, or the second one, which is this one. Now, I kind of like the second one, but either one I think would look okay on here. And they had to be like smashed and stretched and all that kind of stuff to get them to fit on there. And the car wasn't, I didn't take the picture exactly at the front of the car like I should have. I should have been right at the center line, but I wasn't. So they look a little off, but they'll look better once they're built. And I don't know for sure if I can really build either one of them. I don't have a tubing bender, so I'm going to have to get creative on all that. But I think we can do something. Anyway, let me know in the comments below which one you like. Another thing, I had some questions about, am I really planning on making a movie? And the answer is yes. Now, whether it's going to be in theaters or not, that's no. Unless you have a home theater and you watch the YouTube video, because the movie is going to be on YouTube. Unless you watch the YouTube video on a home theater, it's not really going to be in a theater. But if you do watch it on a home theater, I guess, yeah, it'll be in theaters near you. But anyway, yeah, I've always wanted to try to make a real movie. It's probably not going to be that great because it's going to be very, very, very low budget. It's going to be pretty much volunteer acting because I can't really afford to pay for actors. And, well, I'll put it this way. I am going to do my best to make sure that there's a movie. And it is going to be a sci-fi with aliens and all that kind of stuff in it. And some special effects, which I'm going to still have to learn a lot of them. I know some, but not all of it. But, you know, it might be kind of a little fun little project. You know how I like projects. But anyway, I don't know. It's just something that kind of hit me. As at first I was just gonna, for the Buick build, I was just gonna put like basically I was gonna make a movie trailer and just have it like it's a fake movie, but it's you know, just a way to introduce the new look of the Buick. And the more I started looking at it, and the more I started kind of fleshing out the ideas of the movie, the more I liked it. And I've got kind of an outline for the entire movie from beginning to end worked out. I don't have the script written yet, but I do have a complete outline of what all the movie is going to be. So I still don't know characters because I don't know how many people I'm going to be able to get to actually help me. But anyway, I guess we'll see. And one more thing. I wanted to wish everybody that watches my channel a Merry Christmas. And I hope you have a really good one. And I'll see you again after the holidays. And I appreciate everybody watching. And I'll see y'all on the next one.